There's been a lot of hype around Space Jam: A New Legacy for years. There's been rumors about this movie coming out, and now we get to see the first actual footage of the real thing. I'm pretty stoked about this. I'm not really sure what to get into. I know that there was a lot of controversy about Lola Bunny's new design. A lot of people made videos on that. A lot of people went crazy on Twitter about the Lola Bunny redesign. Honestly, I just feel kind of nostalgic. The first Space Jam was a lot of fun. It wasn't particularly my favorite movie. I personally preferred Looney Tunes Back in Action a lot more, whereas I think Space Jam was a little bit more of a clusterfuck. It was still a fun movie to watch, don't get me wrong. I just think that Back in Action was a better executed movie. But that said, Space Jam was a ton of fun, and I really enjoyed it, and I think Space Jam: A New Legacy should be fun. I'm really into basketball as well. I am somewhat of a fan of LeBron James, although I'm not a Lakers fan, I'm a Clippers fan. There's a little bit of frustration in seeing LeBron do so well for the Lakers, but at the same time, I'm really stoked, and I'm not sure what to make of this new trailer, so let's just get into it. Let's see what's gonna happen here, huh?
Basketball camp is next weekend. You got amazing potential on the court.
Okay, so it's kind of a story about LeBron teaching Bronny how to get better at basketball. What happened to Bronny? Okay, so I just want to confess that I thought that his actual son, Bronny James, was going to be in the movie. It's actually a character named Dom James, who is performed by an actor, Cedric Joe. Apparently this was also the case in the original Space Jam, where the family was a fake family. I only just now learned that their original families were not in the movie, and that the families are all stand-in actors.
Welcome to the space.
Welcome, King James.
The CGI is definitely so much better. I hope they don't use it too much, though. I feel like the overuse of CGI is gonna sort of tank the value of this movie in a decade.
The only way you're getting your son back is if you and I play a little basketball. Pete, send this clown to the reject.
Wait, is it me or was that guy in 2K? Wasn't he in like the 2K21 story mode, or was that a different guy?
What is this?
Huh. So this time we have a toon version of LeBron. That's very interesting to see.
King James. Welcome to the Space Jam.
So they got, okay, this is starting to give me like Ready Player One type energy, where they throw as many IPs into one platform as possible. They're all probably under the Warner Brothers ownership, but still. I did think this was going to be much more Looney Tunes focused, like the first movie was, but it looks like they have different plans, and they're definitely experimenting a lot.
I'm going old school on his butt.
Whoa.
Welcome to the Space Jam.
I have a lot of concerns showing up, at least with like how the trailer's presenting anything. Now, we've seen plenty of time where a movie has an awful looking trailer, but the movie turns out to be good. So I'm going to take this from a point of view that we still have very little information about this movie, and just because it was edited in a certain fashion doesn't mean that the movie is actually going to be like that. For all we know, this CGI scene right here could be just very much like a 10-minute part of the movie, whereas the rest of it's like in the 2D format. But I have to say, it does make me sad to see every single animated movie go to 3D CGI. I miss 2D animation, and I get it, 3D CGI sells. I mean, Disney's done so much better after they've had movies like Frozen and Wreck-It Ralph and all that. And they're pretty good movies, but they're not doing 2D animated films anymore. Even sequels to 2D animated films aren't in 2D anymore. And this is kind of like half and half. Again, like half of it's 2D. But it's weird. It's really weird that they are changing up the style of the first movie. I think it's particularly very strange that you have LeBron James animated in 2D, and then when brought into the 3D world, you have a bunch of 3D CGI Looney Tune characters. I mean, this certainly wasn't what I was expecting, that's for sure. I am very interested to see what this whole Goon Squad thing is. I guess those are supposed to be like the new aliens or whatever to take place. So I think that could be pretty cool. I'm trying to see if like that bird guy like possessed Anthony Davis's powers, which it looks like. That looks like Anthony Davis a little bit, so I think that's him. I'm not sure who else is in there, but it's definitely very interesting to see how this goes. And I do think the story bit with like LeBron and Bronny a little bit, showing off like that father-son atmosphere that Michael Jordan and his son had in the first movie. I think that will be a very interesting aspect of it. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes. But at the same time, it does. Overall, the presentation, the overdone, flashy graphics, I don't see this aging well. If the movie looks like the trailer, it's probably not going to be very well liked. I think a lot of people are going to see it for nostalgia reasons. Tons of people love the original Space Jam as kids, and now they want to see it as adults. But I just don't see this movie holding up unless it's drastically different from the trailer, which it could be. There is very much a case that this movie might be significantly better than the trailer, but it seemed like they just tried to cram every last little thing into the movie. If the movie's more like this, where it's got mostly 2D scenes, and then maybe they have like a final scene with the 3D going on, that could be okay. But it very much does concern me just how much they're over-relying on the CGI and in the special effects and everything too. It feels too much. It feels like they have so much going on, even in this whole like 3D space world. It's concerning. It's concerning, and I hope that the movie actually has like, you know, a little bit of a decent story to it, and they're not just shoving all these special effects down your throat, and they're just trying, they give you like an actual comprehensive movie that you can watch. Because I think what really does make Space Jam is the Looney Tunes, and if you don't put like enough emphasis on the Looney Tunes aspect of it, I really think it takes away from the movie experience overall. But those are my thoughts on Space Jam: A New Legacy. I kind of wish they just called it Space Jam 2, but whatever, it's fine. The name really doesn't matter. I want to see more shit like this. I want to see like Yosemite Sam messing with Daffy. I want to see more of like LeBron and Bronny and their father-son relationship, and much less of this and like all the flashy aspects. Although I will say, like, the designs of these characters that are taking over, like the Goon Squad, that's kind of interesting. That's got my interest. So we'll have to see when we get more information. But I am very much concerned about the direction that it's taking. But again, the trailer might not represent the movie. So am I going to watch it? Probably. I'm probably going to see it. Yeah. Those are just my immediate thoughts. I haven't seen anybody else's opinion on it. This is just purely like my first thoughts on it. And maybe when I hear other people's opinions on it, maybe my opinion will get changed over time. And maybe I'll grow to like this movie a little bit more. But if you like this movie, there's nothing wrong with that. For me, I have a few concerns that make me skeptical about how much I'm going to enjoy this, but I'm still interested. I mean, it's Space Jam, and I want to see, what they can do with a modern day sequel. We'll see how well it holds up. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, feel free to drop a like. If you disagree with me, feel free to drop a comment down below. And maybe tell me why you like Space Jam so much. Or if you have other concerns that I didn't bring up, feel free to drop those down below as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you in another video. Take care. Peace out. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.